Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. We have already seen these two memory wire earrings. How to make it, it's just a simple stringing. This is also similar to that, but in this case I have actually taken a little bit more wire so that the loop actually overlaps against each other, and then that looks very pretty as well. And then I used only seed beads, and I used the 6mm bicone check glass beads, just 5 of them. It gives a nice and fresh look. Add a ear wire to it, and voila, earrings is ready. So that is 11 seed beads and 6mm check glass bicones. And then this one is a little bit different. I have here a nice charm, stocking stuffers. I think that's what this is. A sock or something like that, so Christmassy. I wanted to use this red 6mm beads from GGC Treasure Bag Autumn Tones, and then some 11 seed beads as well. And for this I'm using a thread. This one is 0.45mm polyester thread, and in red color, not a bright red but matte red. So I took about, say, 2 feet, like it's just eyeballing it. So that's how I measured. And then you take your memory wire, and for this as well, the loop is actually, I wanted to overlap against each other. So I guess I take my wire, one end of my 1.75-inch round memory wire. This is from Fire Mountain and Gems. So I cut, say, about here, or maybe here. Yeah, so I just eyeball it. If it is a little bit more, it's okay. Never do less, because it's difficult to, it's not possible to add. So here we go. I use this 6-step looping pliers, which is a Benecraft tool. And this I got, I believe this is from BB Craft, and there is one I have in Beadsmith as well. This one is a little bit less heavy and works well for me. So here we go. There is also memory wire looping pliers. So I'm not getting paid or something, I'm just telling you guys where I got my tools from. Just start the loop. It's a little bit tough, and see how I am holding this. I'm pushing it against the memory wire towards me, so that it doesn't change its shape, and I need a strong hold. And then I just make my loop. So once I make my loop, I can adjust it later with my bent nose pliers. See, this one is a little bit slanting, just like that. So what I can do is, you can just twist it until it aligns with the wire. And also, I just want to make sure that the loop is closed. Use your bent nose pliers, the middle part, and just be very careful. See how it twists. You can hurt yourself. So there we go. Now I like to use a tool, which is this. This I use as a bead stopper. This is from Dollar Tree, so I like to use that just to hold this. So I add means just to hold this wire together and make myself a stand, so that I can do my macrame easily. So what I would like to do is this, just like that. Okay, so now I take my cord. I don't think so 2 feet is needed, but it's better to have more than less, is in my opinion. So I just go about here and start doing my square knots. I do 2 square knots, 2 full square knots, 1 Q and 1 P. Okay, and push it a little bit above. I like to start with the Q all the time. Just pick one side and stick to it. Either Q or P is fine, but always make sure that you start with one, so it's easy to do things. Normally with macrame, it's very easy to find which knot that you left with, but if it is a thin wire like this, it's difficult to remove and also to add. So it's better if you have, if you have a pattern, a set pattern for yourself. I start with a Q. Some people will start with a P always. So that's that. So you can add all the beads you want at one go. So I'm just doing, I wanted to do a full circle with this, but I feel that the earring, or if you want to hang this in the Christmas tree, then go ahead and do that. Then you can do a full round with this and then do that. But for an earring with this charm, it becomes very heavy, so that's the reason I stopped at 5. As I said, you can do completely around. There we go. So that's that. Take my cords and get into position. So now I would like to do like that. Now the fun part begins. Take your cords and add your beads. So the thing is, so you can take it in your hands and just, it's not very stiff, but at the same time it's stiff enough to add the seed beads. So we need to add 6 seed beads. That's a 6mm round bead, and this is lamino seed beads. So 6 seed beads is enough to cover the 6mm round. So I add 6 on that side and 6 on this side. So you can also use a big eye needle to actually thread the beads, but since it's going to be just a few sections, I didn't bother to use it. 4, 5, and 6. Once you get that down, move your bead up, and as I said, I always start with a Q. So that gets loose. So do the consecutive knot, and when you are about to tighten the second one, tighten the first one and then pull this off. Now I didn't add a bead or so in between, so I'm just going to pick up again 6 seed beads and then do it. So I did 6 and then here 5, and the first bead I did 6. Then in the second bead, the inner circle, the inner cord, that is 5, and the outer one is 6. I added 5 here and 6 here, 5 here, 6 here, and then 6 here, 6 here. Only the last 2 beads I added 6. Doesn't matter why, because if you add less on the inner side, then if you keep this can be flat. But I like this ridged effect, so I like to do this way, but you can do it the other way if you want that to be flat. So here we go. This is the inner cord. I mean, keep one side as the inner, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This side I will do 6. You can do bunch of earrings for Christmas and even as a gift, um, whenever you go visit somebody or it's a birthday or something like that. These earrings are pretty fast, and you can add any charm in the middle you want. You can add their initials and make it personalized. So there's a lot that you can do with this simple design. So take these two, and there is 5 on this side on my left, and 5 on my right, and 5 on my left, 6 on my left. Go ahead and do square knot. There we go. And the P, and what I mean by it is just tighten that. Before tightening that, tighten that and just pull it. See that? So that's how it comes. I will finish making the 5, and as I said, the last one there will be 6 beads on both sides. The rest there will be 5 beads on my right and 6 beads on my left. Okay, so I did it. I finished the 5 ones, and then I added 2 square knots, which is 2 Q's and 2 P's after that, like just how we started. This is my thread. Now actually 1 feet of thread is more than enough, but we need to secure this very carefully. So this is a very thin cord. It's really easy for it to catch fire and burn it off. So just put it's best to use thread burner rather than lighter, I would say, to actually burn those threads. This will work perfectly than that. So that's done now. See how much is left. So 1 feet is good. Now the part wherein we have to center this. This is almost to the side. You can leave it at this point also if you're looking to embellish in some other way, but I can move this a little bit, so I'm just going to move it to the bottom. Okay, now the other loop. So you could have done the loop first itself or later, it's totally up to you. Now take it and slowly make a loop. We want the loop to kind of overlap this. See this? There is a lot of gap in this. So what I'm going to do here is, so just a tiny bit, right? So I'm gonna cut a little bit of this memory wire off. Okay. I'm closing it with my hand so that this doesn't fly off. So here we go. Again, let's just make our loop. See this? It's almost on top of each other. All you need to do is take your bent nose pliers and kind of fold it this together. Just like that. Okay. And you can also bend it the other way. Right. Now all you need to do here is, I really don't like this bent nose pliers for some reason. This was the bead landing the same. I have, sorry about the camera, I have it here. This, see, this has more grip for me. There we go. Now that that part is done, all you need to add is the finding. See, I have used a little bit thicker gauge for this. I didn't use a thinner gauge because the fact is it is a little bit tough, and we have to go through these two loops and the charm. So none of these are thick. I don't know where I got the thick one from. You can also make your own jump ring. Jump rings are easy to make, but you have to make that in beforehand and keep it so that you can use it later. Whenever you want, you can use it, otherwise it's difficult. So I'll just go ahead and scotch for that one, which is thicker. So here we go, and I like to use my bent nose pliers wide open. Okay, I put these two loops first inside, and then this charm, and see this how I'm holding it in my fingers. Just hold this right here, and then this. Go back and forth in a swinging motion, and then that's attached. All you need to do now is attach a ear wire to it. Open up the loop in the ear wire. So this is a mixed metal kind of earrings. There is silver and gold. That's why I used a silver ear wire and a gold jump ring. So the earring, I added both the loops to the ear wire, and there it is. Also, the direction is important. Make sure that it is facing properly, because the charm has a single side, so this has to come in the front. So go ahead and take that two loops and then close that loop. How cool is this earrings? It's really pretty. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.